All right. I believe we're live. Let's check it out. Make sure everything's good. Um, all right. Live stream health is good. Welcome, everybody. This is going to be an interesting episode of Crypto Rolly. Just making sure I got the chat. Yesterday, I couldn't see anything in the chat till after the video. So please leave a comment. Uh-oh. All right, I got my phone in the background. So yeah, leave a comment and hopefully I'll see it this time before the end of the video. I'm in no rush today. Today, there's a lot to talk about. So guys, get your tea. I got my tea right here. Get your popcorn. Let's sit down. Let's take a look at what's happened. And we're going to talk about, what to do moving forward. All right, guys? So if you like these videos, hit the like, comment, subscribe, tick the bell for notifications. We do these videos almost on a daily basis. I do live technical analysis, price predictions, and trading. Hey, this is not financial advice, especially in a time like this. All right, I can see my first comment. All right, we're in the game. Is it going to crash now? I know, just as soon as I jumped on the stream, I'm like, wow, we could watch it dump live. All right, so anyways, guys, this is not financial advice. These are my own ideas and opinions, as always. Please do your own research. Please take responsibility for your trades. I am, not your financial advisor, yada, yada, yada. But, all I can do is offer my opinion. I can offer, my experience. I've learned a lot of things the hard way. I've seen a dump like this. The last time we've had a dump like this was 2018 from 6K to 4K. There's been a lot of lessons learned, so I can share those with you moving forward. Taking a look, happy live video day, Big Tex Crypto, what up? Paramajit, hi Rolly, hi, how are you? All right, so we're looking at the 1 hour chart because, with the price movement this fast, it's a good time to, you could even look at the 15-minute chart, and I'm sure we are being held down this entire way. You can see being held down by the 10 simple and the yellow 21 EMA on the 15-minute. Unfortunately, this all happened while I was asleep. So I actually, let's go to it. Last night, I was looking at the 4 hour chart. I had this marked off. Let me go to my BitMEX. And I was like, hey guys, 4 hour just closed beneath, the previous candles. There you go. We can take off the moving averages. We'll take off the fibs. We'll get to that later. So we were right here. I saw this 4 hour candle close beneath this support. We had horizontal support here. We had a 4 hour candle close. This looked like a good opportunity. With Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks has coronavirus now. The NBA is suspended all games until further notice. There's an NBA player with it. They announced that, no more flights from the U.S. to Europe for 30 days. All of this news was pouring in. I was feeling super bearish. I had CNN on, and it just felt like the world was crumbling. And we were here. We went into profit. I scalped it. I took profit. We were getting chopped up all day yesterday. It was just like everyone was thinking, okay, maybe we'll bounce from here, and it was looking good, and then it dumped, and then you're like, okay, it's going to dump, and then it rises again. It was just really choppy. And I managed to come out of all of this BTC portfolio ahead. The only way I was able to come out ahead was as soon as I went into profit, I was moving my stop into profit or break even. And if I hadn't done any of that, the price would just come right back to my entry and worse, down to the stop. If I was being stubborn and letting my stops play out, I would have got chopped up all through there and lost a lot. But I was being very active. Unfortunately, that active behavior made me miss a 25% drop. I do know 1,000 trillion Empire. Shout out. All right. I know him from Twitter. Big Tex, I put in a tight stop loss before heading to bed last night. Glad I did. Oh, you must be talking about spot price. Yes, I'm glad you did too. So yeah, I saw a little opportunity for profit. I took it. And then I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm overreacting. The CNN apocalypse news. I'm just like, you know what? I'm just freaking out here. Maybe I'm just freaking out. I need to turn this off. I need to hang out with my wife. I need to watch some TV and go to sleep. I've been on the charts all day, okay? So I go to sleep and I wake up and I see price at 5,900. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. I was like, hold on. Oh, I ain't famous yet. We only have like 130 subscribers. One day. So like, I'm just like, no, this is a bad dream. Yeah, I came to my computer. We're down 20% on 10x leverage. Had I just not been, I don't want to use any derogatory language, but had I not been a wuss maybe and just had my stop, risking some money, I would have just came out a 200% ROE on a 10x trade. And instead, I'm sitting here kicking myself. Anyways, that's how trading goes. Look at this. This was the call right there. It was on my Twitter. We can look at it real quick. Oh, why did I not just hold this? Boom. All right, whatever. Made a bad decision. Let's go back to the charts. So anyways, we dropped. So what do I do now? Well, guys, we're at 6,000. We all know 6,000 was a huge support back here in 2018. All right, we would like to see this. If I extend this horizontal out, hold on. Let's take this. We'll drag, nope, not that guy, this guy. We'll drag it out. So currently we're beneath that horizontal. All right, we want to see this hold, but the problem with this is, I said also on Twitter, throw the TA out the window. Your obvious supports crashing. Yeah, we are crashing. But the obvious supports are not holding. And they're not holding because this is a black swan event. This is not anything that anyone was predicting. Everyone was thinking we're going to the moon here. I thought we had risen too fast. So I thought, okay, a pullback should be necessary, but no one was thinking this would happen. Okay. And if you were calling for these levels, maybe you believed that, but I don't think you thought it would happen in like what? Just a couple days or, a 20% drop in like a 1 hour candle. I don't think anyone saw this. This is a panic worldwide. Look at the stock market. The stock market is falling. You can see we opened up much. Wow, this is the weekly. All right, this is not good. Let's look at the moving averages on the S&P 500. You're beneath the 200 EMA for the first time since way back here, 2011, okay? So in almost 10 years, we haven't seen this. This is not good. Yesterday, they were calling bear market on the Dow Jones. People are calling RIP on Bitcoin. All right, so like I'm saying, we're crashing because the world is crashing. People are freaked out and people are panic selling. So if you didn't sell already, you're looking at a huge loss if you take the sell now. So you really need to ask yourself, what is your plan? What are you doing with Bitcoin? Are you an investor, okay, who is planning on accumulating Bitcoin over the next several years? And you think in 5, 10, 20 years, Bitcoin is going to be amazing. It's going to be, $1 million per Bitcoin. It's going to be a global currency. If you're thinking 5, 10 years, then hodl, accumulate, don't worry, okay? Now, if you're worried that you just took a huge hit on your USD value here, then that makes you a trader. That makes you worried about what's happening this month, what's happening this year, okay? And this is a serious conversation. You need to understand what is your strategy, because if you were only looking to make money this year, you should have had a stop loss up here when you were in profit, okay? Or a stop loss here when you were in profit. If you have watched this fall all the way down, you're no longer a trader. You're now an investor. What's a bad trade gone wrong? An investment, okay? You are now in that boat, because if you close here, most likely if you bought any time in the last year, you are now at a loss. Okay, so now that you are at a loss and you didn't use proper stop loss, you have to really think, okay, do you cut your losses short and just get out of the market entirely and come back when, you know, the virus, the pandemic has chilled out, people aren't dying anymore, maybe you want to see, you know, price action stabilize and come back? You know, you can do that. You might take a loss because, guys, if we keep falling, we could test levels down here. And I'll use the indicators to show you why. We'll look at that. We'll have a reasonable, neutral bias looking at this, okay? I don't want to talk about these levels, but we have to keep them in mind. All right? If we drop to this level, you're talking about another 50% loss, you know, up to, you know, 40, 50%. Let's just look at it, okay? From where we are right now. This is a 40% drop if we test these lows back here, okay? So you have to be prepared for that if you're going to hold, okay? If you're afraid, then maybe you put a stop loss here, okay? Otherwise, what I'm doing right now, and I've been doing for a while, is, what's up, bud? AD, I see you. Let's just see what they're saying. You definitely complete 1 million subscribers in 2020. That would be crazy. Your loss will be even bigger if you don't sell before. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, if you are worried about what the price is going to be in the next month, your loss could be much greater. So you have to take that into consideration. So what I've been doing myself is I'm a long-term investor, inherently a hodler. However, I trade on margin, I short, I long, and I'm trying to stack my BTC. I've talked about this in many videos, and now, you know, I'm being tested. My strategy is being tested, okay? Because, yeah, when we start going down here, and then people start talking about down here, you know, being a hodler of BTC won't feel so good, all right? But if you do believe that once the pandemic eases and all of this will go away and the halvings coming in 2 months, guys, then you know what? Maybe prices will go skyrocketing. Maybe this is just, you know, a big black swan event, and 6 months from now we will be laughing. Maybe, okay? So if that's what you feel, then don't worry about the price. Trade, stack your BTC. Smart trades, don't gamble. That's another issue we're going to have right here. People are going to be panic trading, revenge trading. Maybe they lost a lot of money. Now they need to make up for it. They're going to be going in heavier position sizes. You know, they're going to be risking much more than usual. And this is choppy territory, guys. We're down at 6K. If we were to have a bounce here, it'd be no surprise. This bounce could go all the way to 7,000 back to this region. This is 7,500. Maybe we don't go all the way to 7,500, but we could just draw a horizontal right here. Okay, I have all these lines drawn. Let me get the moving averages away. So look, this was horizontal support here. We could bounce all the way up here, guys. So if you try to short right here, this is a dangerous place to short. You better have a very tight stop. So if I had to take a short, I would take a short here, put my stop here. Because, I mean, if we break this, you could go much higher to, what, 7,000 possibly. Or if you were to long and you think this is a bounce, you know, I would have my stop possibly here, because we could keep dumping if the market is panicking. All right, this is not a safe place to be taking any major trades. I practice about 1% risk per trade, 1 to 2% risk per trade when I'm trading on leverage, okay? So when I do decide to enter my trade, I'm going to pretend like none of this happened. I'm just going to be looking at the setup. Did you guys lose me? I'm a little blurry. Let me see if I can come back. That's embarrassing. I'm back. All right. So, yeah, the lighting's not amazing. But guys, my point is I have to keep trade if my goal is to stack BTC, accumulate BTC. Then I don't need to worry about what has happened or what the price is. I'm going to look for a setup when I see a presentable setup, and I'm going to use my usual position size same position size I used at 10K, I'm going to use down here at 6K. If it goes to 5K, I'm going to keep it consistent. I'm going to keep my risk per trade consistent, and I'm going to continue to stack BTC. My BTC has just steadily been growing. Yes, my USD just hit major, but the BTC amount is accumulating, okay? So when we do go to higher levels, I will be happy that I stacked at these levels. This is my strategy, okay? And you have to find your own. Are you trading for more USD today, or are you trading for more BTC for the future? Just have that in your mind and have a clear direction with what you want to do. For me, this works for me, and I don't have to be in a major panic right now, okay? But guys, if you have way too much on the line, then you have too much on the line. You know, I have a portfolio of BTC that I'm comfortable trading, and I don't care about the USD value because I'm stacking and I'm trading, and this is a long-term game for me, okay? But if I had, you know, half of my wealth in Bitcoin, then I just took a 25% hit. No, that's not cool, okay? So what is your plan moving forward, okay? Let me look at some comments. Definitely everyone who lost money should stay awake and try to stack more sats to catch the bounce, because I guess the bounce could be huge. The bounce could be huge. You know, going back to yesterday's video, we were here, okay? It was looking like this could have been a good bounce zone. There was nothing wrong with the TA. The thing that we were nervous about was that we closed beneath this rising trend line, and we could see that losing this rising trend line from way back here had a devastating drop. We can see that. But beyond that, we had the support box. We had a low, a higher low, okay? You know, it's just the TA is not working right now when the market is freaking out, okay? So, you know, this wasn't the best place to short. That's why I was in and out. I was choppy. You know, had I taken that short when I called it and the momentum continued and we dumped, I would look like a genius. But I didn't know it was going to happen, so I had to protect myself. And, you know, even one of my favorite YouTube guys, Crypto Kirby. I've been watching him for over 2 years. Some people love him, some people hate him. At least he keeps it real. This guy has been bearish more than any other guy out there. If you know Crypto Kirby, shout out to Kirby, and you know what I'm talking about. He's been talking about low levels, 5K, 3.5. He did. I just watched his live video. He didn't even catch this here because he said himself, this was a risky place to short, because if we were going to bounce, this would be it. And we were looking for that bounce. Had we got a nice bounce, the risk to reward on the short would have been a lot stronger, and it would have been a better opportunity. The risk to reward here at the time did not seem as great, because you could have rose all the way back up in this region. You know, we talk about breakout retests. You can see you broke this trend line. You had resistance, flip support. You broke it. You retested it as resistance, dumped. We could have seen the same thing happen right around here. We could have had a bounce down in here, retested this as resistance, taken a nice short, and dumped. But no, the panic is real. The FUD is real, and we dumped. Okay, guys? So what can we do moving forward? I've been talking for 18 minutes. Don't trade with the rent money to pay for date night. You will end up broke and lonely. Yes, guys, only trade with what you are comfortable losing, as they say. And, you know, this is a good time to think about what your plan is with Bitcoin. Okay, guys? So right now, we're also looking at a lower low. You have high, lower high, lower high. Lower high on the macro, you're looking at lower lows. We could potentially draw some type of falling channel here, possibly. It's not going to be perfect, but we'll draw it like that. Let's see if I can... we'll just draw this trend line down as well. Okay, it could look something like this. We'll have to adjust it as we see fit. Remember, this is a subjective type of pattern when you draw these trend lines. Horizontals are a bit better, but if you bounce from here, you know, what if we just rip all the way to the top of this trend line? Bitcoin's a savage, okay? So just that's why I practice risk mitigation, risk management, all that good stuff. My plan here, guys, is to take it slow. The price is just moving way too fast right now. I am flat. I will just wait for things to develop, slow down, come back another day. You hear people preach that you don't have to be in a trade every day. You hear people preach that, you can walk away, come back, trade another day. This is your opportunity, okay? If you feel over emotional, not a good time to trade. If you're tired, you haven't slept, not a good time to trade. This is your opportunity to practice that type of responsibility, guys. If I show you Ethereum, we're also down. We're down across the board. I don't know if the TA really matters right now. I will do just a quick breakdown. I'll be out. Guys, one more time on the chat. If there's anything you want me to look at, just let me know right here. All right. Let's just get rid of these. Talk for 20 minutes. Now we're doing a real breakdown. I mean, what am I going to break down? Let's go to the weekly. Let's look at our moving averages. On the moving averages, we did bounce off the green 200 EMA. It's coming in at 58.82. The pink 200 simples at 5,500. You could see down to 5,800 to 5,500. You lose that. Well, we've never lost that ever before. So that would be definitely a change in trend. Your 377 is down here at 3,500, which would line up probably with this range right here. So this would be a test of the bottoms had you come down right here. Your stochastics did cross down. And how about Dash? Okay, we can look at Dash. Your weekly Stokes cross down. Right after I do the weekly indicators, we'll look at Dash. The weekly Stokes cross down. This was our signal way up here. Unfortunately, hindsight's 2020. This would have been the opportunity to get out of your BTC and just hold, okay? So weekly Stokes still coming down. Looking at our Bollinger Bands. Bollinger Bands, we did hit the bottom band right here and looking to probably close beneath it. Possibly it's down at 6,090. We're at 6,060. You close the week below that. That's super bearish, could trigger more downside, unfortunately. Let's look at the Ichimoku clouds. Ichimoku clouds, we got rejected at the top of the cloud and we have just dropped savage. Your blue conversion line starting to come downwards, which is not good as well. But, I'm pretty sure this is all obvious. So let's go to Dash real quick. Coinbase Pro, take a look at Dash. We'll go to daily maybe. Get out of the Ichimoku cloud. So Dash, look, zooming out, we're clear downtrend, been in a downtrend for a while. You have lower highs, lower lows. So did we bounce? We bounced a bit. This is where was an area of trading. So, you had a support line there, we can see. Let's do that real quick. So you had support here with this price action, a bit of a descending triangle. Once the horizontal was lost, you broke down, you regained it. It was a breakout, retest, found support, and bounced. Currently finding support here. If you want to be bullish on Dash, you're going to need it to hold here. Otherwise, you definitely, if you lose the support, you're looking down at $40, testing the lows, and you break that, you're looking at another lower low downtrend. Nothing good to see on this chart on the macro. Okay, another crypto clown. There's many of us out here, buddy. You choose which one you want to listen to. Look at Tezos. Let's look at Tezos. Tezos dropped hard, finding support and a bounce above the horizontal right here, okay? So you can see that this was resistance this whole way, and then it finally broke above, and now we're retesting it as support. So again, if this was the end, okay, Bitcoin is bouncing from 6K, Dash bounced from its critical support, Tezos is bouncing on its critical support, okay? We bounced beneath it, wicked above, and now sitting on it currently. You lose this level, you're talking about your next level of interest, maybe over here, and we can just use our horizontals. So yeah, if you're looking for levels on any of these coins, zoom out and start drawing horizontals. You can see support here, you can see there was support here, and that would be your next level down. And then you could draw one right here. So this level here on Tezos is $1.19. Down here is 82 cents. Okay, let's look at Ethereum real quick. Yeah, you're welcome, Cryptocrat. All right, so Ethereum, we had drawn this diagonal several days ago. I think I was even on stream with you guys, and we are now testing that. So you had this trend of a low, a higher low. We had drawn this just to see what would happen, and now currently bouncing off of it. We did wick beneath it, but the price action just above right now. So this is another critical level. You lose that. Let's zoom out. If you zoom out on Ethereum, you have price action coming back here from 2017. This would be a support box down in the 40s. Okay, this is $41 to about $50 would be your support. Basically, if you lose that level here, so you had your low here, we're breaking this diagonal, your next level you could look at would be our lows back in 2018. So this is coming in about $81. If you lose this, you may test this horizontal support, next level here. And you lose that, you're talking about down in the 10, 14. Okay, one level at a time, but stuff is moving really fast. So might as well just, keep this in mind. For you guys who believe in the crypto space for the long term, you might have the price of the year for you, discounts all around. But this chart, if it breaks down here, it's not looking so good. It looks terrible. But this is Black Swan event. Everything could go back to normal. People are shitting their pants. So, yeah, I'd just be careful. I wouldn't be looking for this to rebound, over. I don't know, man. One step at a time, actually. If I told you I knew what would be happening, I'd be a liar, okay? And I would run from anybody who does say they know exactly what's going to happen, because nobody knows, all right? You can pick extreme levels. And if it gets there, tell me, hey, I called it. But you know what? I can call low numbers and high numbers too. Like everyone's doing that. But, no one knows the time frame that it will happen. They don't know in the way that it will happen. You could have called 5K, but did you call that we were going to drop, bounce hard, drop, bounce hard, and then go down to 5K? Were you holding the whole way through from 10.5 all the way to 6? Did you really sell the top and hold all the way down? If you did, congratulations. Most likely you didn't. So just to call low numbers and then say you called it, I mean, sure. Okay, cool. Did you trade it? Did you hold all the way? If you did, you're a genius. Congrats. Okay. Let's look at Link. Big wick here as well, and you're finding a bounce to this region right here. There was a lot of price action. I'm sure if you pulled up the VPVR, you could see that as well. Looking like a double top right here. You broke that trend line, and once this trend line was broken, we fell hard, okay? Hopefully you can find some support here. Can we we'll just draw a horizontal right here. The next one on Link. Let's see, maybe right here. Let's see where that lines up. You had support, wick down here, bounced off of it. So that's a decent level. So if we lose $2.63 on Link, you're looking at $2.33. We could keep drawing down. You can see you had resistance here. And so resistance flipped support. This level's down at $2 on Link, okay? So we're just looking at macro levels. It's anybody's guess. Looking at Litecoin has broken its rising trend line. We drew that much like Ethereum. The difference is it broke it and trading beneath it, and you formed a high, a lower high, and now a low and a lower low. So now we're looking at this level here as a horizontal. You have You found support here, found support here. If we continue to drop, you're looking at $22 on Litecoin. If you bounce from $22 and you just, sorry, one second, let me highlight this one. You draw this a little bit further down, you're looking at a potential massive descending triangle. Say you do come down here, say you bounce, and then you drop again. This could be a descending triangle. We know what happens with descending triangles. All right. This price action is down at $4. You know, as investors, it's going to get very scary, guys. You know, I told you guys a while ago, I personally don't hold alts, and this type of stuff, looking at this, wouldn't make me very confident moving forward with alts as well. You're looking at just on the macro, high, lower high, lower high, now potential to test this support. This doesn't look good. You know, Bitcoin doesn't look good. Anything else we can say? I could go back to Bitcoin's daily chart and then I'm out, okay? You know, today was a discussion. We needed to talk, and I hope what you get out of this is a sense of responsibility with your trades, not leaving your trades open for liquidation. You know, people could have taken a long here and they were like, well, my liquidation's way down here, so I'll never get liquidated. And well, they got liquidated. I never use liquidation as my stop. I always use stop loss. That's my method, because guess what, guys? I've seen liquidations, okay? I used to be no stop loss kind of guy because I didn't know how to properly place my stops, and I was getting stopped out all the time. And I felt more comfortable, you know, not using one and using my liquidation, giving myself lots of room to breathe. And you know what? That works until it doesn't work, okay? I remember over here, guys, we were laddering. I was in a trade group myself. The guy was calling for a bull market here, and it dropped, and then it kept dropping. We were laddering, and then to the point our accounts got liquidated. We lost a ton of money, way more than we should have lost. We lost lots of BTC. We could have just went flat once our stop loss with the minor loss. We would have dropped here. We would have held all of our Bitcoin that we dropped. We could have accumulated in this region, broke back up here, still having the same amount of Bitcoin I had here. But instead, we laddered into a losing position and were liquidated. Okay? Not good. So I went on my own and was trading. I didn't know proper stop loss, but I was doing it on my own. I said, screw that trade group. I will never do that again. I was trading on my own. I was shorting like a fool. I made lots of money here, made lots of here, and then I was still trying to short, and I was stubborn, and I didn't have a stop loss, and I watched this price continue to rise, liquidate, losing everything that I had stacked down here to watch it rise all the way up. I was kicking myself. I stacked hard. Had I used a stop loss, I would have been in major profit here. I vowed never get liquidated again. I started learning proper stop loss strategy, and I'm thankful for that now. Was it easy? No, but I learned it, and everyone can learn it too. That brings me to my point. Join my VIP group, $50 a month, tutorials. I have exclusive videos, charts. You can ask me questions. If you want to learn how to margin trade, I'm there. You can ask me anything. Contact me below. I have the information for Discord or Twitter if you want to contact me. $50 a month, guys. That is stupid cheap. People are paying way more and getting way less. I'm actually trying to help you learn. I'm not just going to feed you signals, and if you lose a ton of money, be like, oh, that's your fault. No, guys. In fact, in my group, since I opened it, I've done nothing but gain BTC. I'm not going to lose anybody money because I don't want to lose my money. Yes, the USD value, we talked about that, but the BTC value is my goal to stack it. And that is my goal, my plan. I suggest you find one for yourself. I don't even need to look at the daily. It's ugly. I'm blurred out. You can't even see me. I'm gone. Thanks for watching this live chat, guys. I got the virus. No, I'm not going to joke like that. All right. We'll work on the lighting for the next time. This is live. Nothing I can do. Again, hit the like. Thank you, guys. Big Tex Crypto, Parameet Singh, AD, Riz Law Outlaw, AZ Night Force. Thank you for stopping in. You can't even see my face. I'm like the outsider on HBO. It's blurry. I'm going to morph into somebody else. I'm going to morph into a bear. All right. See you guys later. See you next time. Good talk.